and not just, depth players or role players, but the guys that are from this area have been really key, important cogs in getting you guys to the Frozen Four. What does it kind of say about this area that it's its local talent is really able to fuel and drive this team right now?
Well, there's some good. It says there's some good hockey players, and I said it from day one. It's important to have players from our area on our team, especially if they're the right fit. And we certainly have over the years gotten a lot of the right players from here that fit our program and have been big contributors.
The local hockey programs, what do you see as the strength for all of them right now? What is the key to success? Is there something they're doing to create these high-end players, or are we just kind of in a boom for the area to create these guys?
No, I mean, number one, I think all the associations do a great job. The numbers have been usually pretty good. Maybe they're down in some areas a little bit, but the kids have access to the outdoor rinks and certainly learn a lot of things there. I think that's so important. It's a lot less structured, and a lot of these players are good athletes, and they're in smaller communities. You play more than just hockey, and I think those guys certainly benefit from that. So if that continues, we'll continue to see a growth of not only good hockey players but good athletes.
Growing up in Hibbing, who were big influences on your hockey career?
Well, I think all of my, when I was younger, I always looked at the high school team or the junior college team, but I think just the coaches and that I had growing up, and certainly, you always look to the older guys and as role models, and there was a lot of them that came through there, not just playing high school, but probably the biggest influence was the coaches and probably really my buddies. We all had the same interests. We did a lot of things together, and from the hockey side, we spent a lot of time on the outdoor rink and in the streets playing boot hockey and doing things that kids do, and we weren't certainly zeroed in on one sport, and I think that helped all of us. But the environment's different now. There was no AAA hockey in the summer. You still got to go to the lake, go to a couple hockey camps, do golf, do whatever you wanted to do, and now there's so much hockey for these kids that some of it's good, some of it's not good, but it's not going to change.
Nick Wolf, we kind of touched on him a little bit, how much of a pleasant surprise he's been this year growing into the role. Can you kind of take us through how have you seen him develop as a defenseman this year?
Well, I think it started in September. Well, first of all, he played 2 years of junior hockey in Des Moines, and I think Dave Allison, who coached him there, did a great job getting him ready for our level. There's certainly ups and downs, and when we recruited Nicky, we saw a lot of the things we're seeing now. He's obviously got an edge to his game. He's big. He's got good hands, but there's some growing pains that all the young players have, especially when they go to junior hockey or college. But his 2 years there, especially I think his second year, he started to be more consistent, and coming in here right from day one, he's been focused, he's been good, he's worked hard on his game, and you see the results. I mean, he's gotten better, and with Seuss out, he's been put in a little bit more of a different role, and he stepped up and contributed offensively. He's been good defensively. He's killed penalties a little bit more, obviously, down the stretch here, but he's a guy you don't like to play against, and I'm real happy for him, and him and Danny have had real good chemistry together. For whatever reason, sometimes you put guys together and they just kind of play off each other, and those two guys have also played well together. And Dan's a senior, and I'd like to think he's helped him along too.
Is there a certain skill that you really point to that speaks to Nick's strength on the ice or anything like that?
Yeah, he's big and he's tough. And you know what? He competes hard every shift. I just talked to him on the way up here today. He practices how he plays, and some guys don't like it during practice, but that's what he has to do to make sure he's ready, and he's done that every day, and it's made him a better player. It's made our players on our team better.
Billy Exel, I feel, has really kind of been an unsung hero for you guys. He's played in every game. He's been a grinder on that fourth line. How have you seen him really grow into his role after not seeing a lot of ice time last year?
Well, he's been pretty consistent. I mean, I think obviously he's got tremendous speed, which is an asset for him. He shoots the puck real well, even though we harp at him for shooting it a little bit more. But I think just understanding your role on a team. Sometimes those roles evolve, but I think he's learned to be a real effective player where he's at. I mean, obviously we can put him in some different spots higher up, but he's killed penalties for us. But he brings a lot of energy, and he's got the speed and the skill to make some plays and score. But just those guys, it's hard this time of the year too because of all the TV timeouts and things like that. They got to really make sure they're ready. And I thought he had a real strong game Saturday against BU. I thought he was a real bright spot for us. I thought he created some plays and a couple plays were offside that you can blame his line mates on, but I just thought he played well when he got the opportunity to play, and that's not easy too when you're not playing a lot. But I think he's been very consistent for us this year and has really understood what he needs to do to be effective for us.
Was there something you saw out of him coming back in this year that he put in work in the off season, or was it just that the door opened for him and he's kind of seized the opportunity?
Yeah, both. I mean, I think we got him in last year, and obviously the first thing he can skate. I like speed, and being in and out maybe last year. They don't. Maybe they don't play as confidently, but I just think from day one we looked at him as filling this type of role for our team. Now, like I said, those roles could change, but I think he's done a great job with that.
You talked at the regional about the newness of that for some of the guys on this team. This stage is new for everyone. What about the experienced guys? What about the new guys? Are you excited for? What do you tell them going into what they're going to experience next Thursday?
Well, the Wednesday is going to be a wacky day. It's a long day. I talked to the guys today. We took the next step. We got through the regional final. I don't want guys to just be satisfied with getting there. You're going there with a purpose to win 2 hockey games, and starts with Harvard. But you want them to enjoy it. We want our guys to enjoy the opportunity, the experience. Sometimes I've learned too in the last couple. First one sometimes you can maybe over-coach or be over-serious too, and we just got to keep doing what we do. We keep our normal routine, do the things we continue to do, not change at this time of the year. So I think those are really important that you don't change, and I thought when we won in St. Paul, we didn't change a thing. Kids are going out to eat with their families. We didn't have, we had obviously rules, but we didn't really change. It's the same things they do, throughout the year, and I think if you start changing routines right now, that can be, can have an effect. So we're just going to go there. We're going to, like I said, approach each game like we do every year. We'll practice the same way, and we want the guys to enjoy it. And all you're asking is they go out and play their best, and I know they will.
You guys able to draw anything off Avery Peterson? Use him as a resource at all
Nope.
this week or something? No. Okay.
How big has the senior class been for you guys through the NCHC tournament and regional so far?
Well, I wouldn't say just that. The whole year. I think those guys have been, our core group has been really good. Our leaders have been good. They really calmed our team down. I think, they were pretty driven to start the year with a lot of the goals they had in mind, and I think that's pretty much been that way the whole year. And, certainly they've been a tremendous group for us. That's why I'm probably more excited. I'm really excited for our team and our program and community and everything. But just those guys to have an opportunity to keep playing after coming up a little short the last 2 years, and they came back and had a mission, and they've followed through on that, and they've been our best players, and they're a big reason why we're playing next Thursday.